Hello everyone, my name is Disra and welcome back to Rome 2 Total War. For one of the last times, as I've stated previously, although you'll have to expect quite a few more videos before Rome 2 is not the newest Total War game any longer, just because, well, I don't have any other saves going. So in case you haven't seen, in case you haven't seen the other two parts and might be a bit, well, you might be wondering why I'm only showing Rome 2. Well, watch the first video that got released today. So, 2 videos ago. And, yeah, take a look at the first 3 minutes, and then you shouldn't have any reason to wonder anymore. But anyway, god damn it. Keep being so bad about this.
It is an honor to serve you.
Should have done this before this started. And that was my intention. And then I completely messed it up. Along with that skill placement. Should have picked something else. Oh well. Lastly, these guys. And they will get melee weapons. And also the general should be getting some stuff. And there we go. Grats. Oh yeah, and finally. There aren't that many barbarian tribes left, so I'll have to do something else. Ah, research rates. Sign me up. Speaking of, it is now up to, let's see, 467%. Wow. Anyway, we can actually end the turn now. Something that I wanted to do 2 minutes ago. I wasn't allowed to. Oh. Fortunately, I am in attrition areas. Yeah, I didn't give these guys a new movement order. Whoops. Well, hopefully they won't take too much damage before we can get onto shallower areas. And, oh dear, this fleet is moving towards a city in Asia Minor. That'll be interesting. Probably had to.
My lord is willing to lay down the sword. It is not often that he is moved to mercy.
Huh. Are you no longer with us? Like, are you only a, No, you do own this region. You do own quite a lot, actually. So no. But yeah, the Armenians might be trying to land in Asia Minor. So hopefully we have a garrison that can deal with that, but I'm not too sure because I don't know if we have had enough turns to flip them over. So that we actually do get a garrison. So, Pathwa is still quite adamant about using all the agents. For all the wrong reasons. Well, the right reasons, but from my perspective, wrong reasons. Persia. You have at least 2 agents next to my armies, so let's see what you choose to do with them. Good for you. Ah, agent recovered. Nice. Wow. Holy moly, that was a brutal attrition. God damn, I have to go back to port now. But what port should that be? I would like it to be this one, but I think that is the one that is about to get attacked now. Jeez, that was way too harsh. Alexandria. Yeah, let's try to go for Alexandria. We'll get her in 2 turns. And, oh, yeah, never mind, actually. I don't have to get into a port, that's true. I only need to get into a friendly region, and that is actually it. Weirdly enough. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I moved these guys, before I started recording, but then my game crashed, so evidently I forgot to move them up again. So I could have gone on the offensive here. But apparently, I'm not allowed to. But yeah, we need to take care of them as quickly as possible. So I can't move next turn. Until next turn. But yeah, these guys are gonna rebel unless I take care of these armies. So let's move them up there and try to take them out. Also, let's move these guys down to Memphis. Because, well, they don't have a garrison yet. And Alexandria doesn't either, should be mentioned. But at least it's not as vulnerable as Memphis is. Anyway, I was talking about all the agents, weren't I?
The goddess was shot.
Thankfully, the agents they do send have a tendency to be rather good. Meaning that when I try to manipulate them and actually succeed and get them over to my side, I get some pretty decent agents.
How can I assist you?
Okay, I have a few more chances. Actually, I think I have one more chance. Yeah. Come on, come on. Well, it was hinted, so better than nothing. Still not that great. Anyway, yeah, as I said, we have to worry about this. But we're one turn away from getting that. So do we actually have a garrison? We might not have a garrison. Oh, that would be bad. Yeah, I'll have to move these guys back as quickly as possible. There we go. Which leaves this not undefended, but well, I guess I do have an army here, so we don't have to worry that much. We don't really have to worry about the public order, but thankfully these guys should be able to repress any potential rebellions. Oh yeah, and by the way, I was about to attack Pontus, weren't I? Ah, are you freaking kidding me? I'm hindered. And I probably could win this battle, but I'm not gonna try it when I can have these guys come in and help. And actually be the vanguard, which I very much wanted to be. Oh yeah, speaking of agents,
That is not possible.
we have a few things we could try to do here and there. Oh, nice. He wasn't that loyal at all. By the way, where are you leveling up all your agents? You're getting so many agents and they're all high level.
Share my fire. I have my
And my agents, well, the one I have, like, made myself, those have taken a long time to level up. You should have hit an agent limit a long time ago, and I have killed all of your agents, which should be within that limit. So how are you getting new ones that are better than the ones I already have? I have no idea. At least we seem to be running into fewer Armenian agents. Right now, the main issue seems to be the Parthivans and the Persians. And that is about it. Yeah, this is more like it. 1 star.
They will join us. My power knows no bounds.
So that failed, eh? I'm a bit disappointed. So yeah, we have done all we can here. We're 1 turn away from getting this, which will actually give us a minus to siege unit cost, which I stated previously that probably is not that useful for me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, this is ultra solvable, so let's do just that. Although it would be nice to actually get to use the horse archers and actually see them in battle. But yeah, we captured that city. So now our back is kind of protected, as long as the Cimmerians don't get invaded in Soloka, for example. So hopefully we can convert all of this into a base where we can, if needed, recruit another army. So I very much like this the scenario we have going. It's pretty much the Germanic Hellenic Confederation or alliance against the Eastern factions. Pretty much well, I won't say world war, but at least of the known world. Known world according to the Romans, of course, and I guess the Hellenic people. Yeah, you often hear about how Alexander the Great conquered most of the known world at that time, and that's a very Eurocentric view, of course, but history has a tendency to be told by well, the perspective tends to change when you consider who has written it, and since Europeans kind of are mostly the ancestors of a big part of the Americas and definitely the United States, you tend to see a more Eurocentric view. And since I really haven't experienced like Asian learning and how they tell history, I don't really know how they deal with it. Anyway, probably not Eurocentric though. Anyway, we actually are the largest. We reached the largest Imperium ever. So I can now have 16 armies, 8 fleets, 5 spies, 5 dignitaries, and 5 champions. Although I think I have more than that, at least for some of them, due to all the agents I have converted. And I can now enact another edict. Very well. Counter that rumor. Can definitely afford it. Okay. Oh, and my camera is flipped a bit, and there we go. So first, convert everything. Let's give us more sources. I'll continue with the fishing village. Hornmaker, yes, sure. And finally, bronze workshop. Actually, what are my alternatives? It only provides garrison, unfortunately. To be fair, this one as well, so... I'll actually tear it down and build a shrine. And yes, we have agents. Anointing is all hell. Actually, I'm gonna take a look. Do I have... Yes, I can recruit more dignitaries. And yes, you can see 7 out of 5. Or a staff bearer, I guess. I guess they're really called. Can I recruit another one? Yes, I can. Oh yeah.
What do you wish of me?
Also, I need to find a region where I want to harvest tax as it's stated tribute collection. That one. So I'm gonna take a look at what region has the highest income that isn't already under that edict, and I'm gonna have to remember that and get back to it. So this is Mauritania. 1800. Okay, this already has that going. Already has that going, I know for sure. Probably, yes, it already has that going. Interesting. I think the other one was a bit more, actually. Can't remember the exact number, but I think it was among the higher 1800. And was that it? Oh, it was barely over it, but it's still more. Still gives me more income. Speaking of, I'll upgrade a few things so that we get even more income. And then we will collect our tributes. So there we go. By the way, Egypt, are you... Yes, you are. They are starting to lose their final regions. Well, their final regions down here. They still do have these two. They were down to only these guys. Cyrene. And then they captured this. And hopefully they will be safe from attacks from now on, just because I am the frontline region right now. Or I do have the frontline region, it should be said. Also, these armies decided that, well, they didn't want to battle against my armies, and I guess that is a decent decision. Bit frustrating though. Not frustrating, but I would like them to be destroyed by my army, most definitely, and they probably will be, but rather sooner than later. Oh, nice! It's actually going very, very well. All of the conversions.
My lord. I leave for war.
Yeah, I'll send you towards Jerusalem or Petra. Actually, that's in Jordan, right? Yeah, it should be. Current day Jordan, of course. Okay, so they haven't moved. Interesting. Yeah, because I definitely moved the last turn. Speaking of, that means that I can have you move back to Alexandria and get properly repaired. So, 3 turns, okay? Yeah, that seems a bit, so unfortunately I would say 3 turns that are wasted, but oh well, I can't do anything about that now. Unless I want to reload a save or something, and I definitely do not want to do that. So... Oh yes, are my agents not hindered? Or are my armies not hindered by agents? And they aren't. Which means... Oh, they are. They are quite hurt, but still, this should be easily dealt with. Oh yeah, and lastly, just before I step on some toes here, just making sure that none of my allies are allied with them. And I wasn't actually intending on declaring war on you. On going into diplomacy with you. I am, indeed, wanting to declare war on you. Which will hurt my relationship a bit because I have a trade agreement with them. And I don't really think it will matter if I break it, like right now, and then go to war on the same turn.
And may Hermes bless your words with appropriate speed.
Yeah, even that will be considered treachery, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yes, I'm gonna declare war. And I'm joined by all my allies, which is quite good, because that means that these guys will come in and help me. So I'm sorry, but you didn't want to become my military ally, and therefore you must face the consequences. So yeah, I really didn't want Pontus to die, but they kind of brought it on themselves, unfortunately. Okay. So what next? Well, I do have 2 armies here, so probably have these guys. I can actually have them move out immediately, and I guess capture the last region in this province. I think I'll probably have them do that, but I am out of movement points. Oh well. So I still have this army here, which probably could swoop down and capture this. Well, actually, on the second thought, probably not, seeing that I do have 2 allied armies here, in addition to the garrison, which shouldn't be hard to take care of, but it is still bodies, warm bodies, that makes it a bit tricky for me to win, to outright win. Another defection, oh yeah. So I probably have to move in these guys as well, if I want that to be dealt with, or I want it to be able to be dealt with. Also, as I said previously, I want these guys to be able to move back here and join that fight. But as it stands right now, I unfortunately can't, which freaking sucks. Oh well, let's get some wooden spears so that we fill out our army. And I think I saw another army that was a bit on the small side. Maybe this one? No, I can't recruit anything. Well, let's go for a few skirmishers then. And there we go. Let's see, so Persian archers or longbow hunters. Apparently the Persian archers are way better. At least if the price is anything to go by. So. let's see. So, missile damage 37 versus 42, so my longbow hunters are actually better than that. Shots per minute 7 against 6, so they're slightly better in that regard. Ammunition 19 versus 19, same thing. Range is the same. Weapon damage 28 versus 28, same thing. 45, 38, 45, 38 for health and base morale. 32 actually for base morale. And they do have some abilities, but I also have quite a few abilities. Resistant to heat, huh? Well, that might be useful here. So, what do they really have? They don't have weapon damage. Oh, they do have the range. Never mind then. Yeah. My bad. Sorry about that. So, 150. That's very nice. And yeah, the longbow hunters does have more missile damage, but they also have shorter range. So, gonna do it like that. I could go exclusively longbow hunters, but I'm not gonna do that, because the Persian archers, well, in some regards they are inferior, but in other regards they are definitely better. Definitely when it comes to the range. Which might not matter too much, because the enemy has a tendency to just rush me. But oh well. So you failed, and you still leveled up. Although, to be fair, it would be tricky to have agents level up if they didn't get any experience from attempts like that. Come to think of it. Anyway, did I? Yes, I did. And also, there was another place that I... Yeah, here. Did I? No, I didn't. So, let's make sure that we do that. Let's break down that, flip that over, and also flip that thing over. Is that it? Might be. Of course, we still have quite a lot of agents just rumbling about, probably getting ready to pounce on us and annoy the hell out of us. Oh well, guess we'll have to deal with that. These two armies, where do we move them? I don't want to thrust into Jerusalem, if you know what I'm saying. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't want to thrust into the Levant just yet. I think. Definitely, yeah, I probably want to clear out all of this. And if I can, rescue Egypt, but I probably won't be able to. But yeah, rush down here, so I don't have like all of this lingering above my soft underbelly. Did I say above? Of course I meant below. Might have said below, and then I forgot. Well, just safeguarding myself there. Anyway, do we want both of them to be sent towards Myos, Hormos? Or do we want to split them and send one down here and the other one? I guess it doesn't really matter too much because they're quite close to one another. And this road right here should take like one more turn maybe to get them over there. These guys don't need any more replenishment, so I'll just give them an attack order. And I should be, yes, I was about to say that, I should be bumping into those armies that I saw previously. Also, you need some slight... Oh, never mind, I can't actually move you that far anyway. So it definitely doesn't matter too much. I'm just gonna get you over there. So you are as close to this army as possible, but still in replenishment mode. Yeah, these guys, they will stay here, not because the city needs to be defended, but more because the city needs to be garrisoned in order to provide, well, not give people any reason to rebel against me, which I don't like that. And yes, I can't move these guys because I did that this turn, and I might have a few things that I haven't upgraded. Ah, never mind, I'm actually being rather good this time around, and that was actually the last guy that I hadn't upgraded this turn. I'm actually quite satisfied. Oh yeah, how many turns? 2 more turns, and then I can move this fleet out. Very nice. I must say that I did really notice that that I did take a big drop in income. I don't know how that happened, although I have recruited a few mercenaries. But I wouldn't think that that accounted for that much talent, that huge amount of talent. Although I am building a navy as well, so that might have something to do with it. But yeah, I'm like recruiting, not recruiting, but I'm capturing more and more settlements. So I don't know. And of course, I had the agreement with Pontus, the trade agreement. So that might have something to do with it as well. But there were only one region faction, so I don't know. Also, I got an achievement, which I'm gonna check after the end turn ends, because it tends to be a bit fidgety when it's actually in an end turn. So, I got declare war on the single player, in single player or multiplayer. Oh yeah, so a relic of the past, really? It's just like a meta achievement for the achievement itself, or is it referring to this being in ancient times? I don't know. But it's once again a make war not love achievement. I guess that is pretty fancy. Edict issued, and I think we increased a bit in income. We might actually have dropped a bit in income, but probably not as much as we would have if we didn't enable that edict. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, you can see it immediately. 2,400. And yeah, also upgrade all of this, so we should be getting more income from that. Same here, really. And the last region I am collecting taxes from. Actually, there should be 2 regions, shouldn't it? Anyway, one of them should be this guy. And indeed, it is. So I had to go around and just quickly check what it will take. Oh, I used all my money. Whoops. Okay, so that's my capital, which I were collecting taxes from. Don't I have 5? Oh, there we go. Tullifurdum. That's another place I'm collecting. Huh. Really? I'll actually cancel that then, because I know that this region down here is quite wealthy. And actually the income surpasses the one from Tullifurdum, even without the tax collection. So that tells me that I should put this edict here, and yeah, it will come into effect and give me a boatload of cash, at least comparatively to what I could get previously. But anyway, I believe it's time to end this part now, and I think I'm doing it at a good enough time. So next part, we might, well, I will try to go for this region, but with agents bothering me, I don't know if we will reach there in time. Guess we'll have to see. And yes, I'll continue to try to push further east in Asia Minor and eventually getting into the Heartland. Anyway, that will be in the next part. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I hope to see you once again in the next part. Goodbye for now.